On today's wisdom, we'll be talking about a very hard, sensitive topic, one where it's tragic and learn the signs. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. Hi, and we're back. Thank you so much for sticking around, for joining me. My name is Deanne Oja, and many of you know me, know what I do. This topic is very sensitive, it's very close to my heart in so many ways. And it's something that has to be discussed. This is not about me, who I am, what I do, but I can guarantee you, if this is you or someone you know, reach out. Let's have a conversation. I urge you. That's pretty much what I have to say about who I am. The topic of conversation today is suicide. And I don't know who has never thought about suicide. They may not think the word suicide, but I can guarantee you they may have thought about different things. Maybe in a different way. They don't want to use basically, you know, however you want to sugarcoat it, it is what it is. So, what is suicide? Suicide is pretty much defined as the to consciously, on a conscious level, take your own life. However, it may not resonate at the time. It could be premeditated, and for many reasons. We go back to what we talk about. There's so many things missing in the family. You have parents who argue and fight and so much more. And we could talk all day about this, but we don't have the time to do this. Can mental illness and addiction lead to suicide? Well, you answer me that question, because that's probably why we're talking about it here. And the answer to that is yes. Now, although it has been documented that suicide itself is not a mental disorder, but it is one of the most important causes of suicide in mental illness. And most often, it's depression. Depression. You're not cheering and you're not bubbly anymore. You're depression, which is the heart, which, by the way, is the fire element of the body. And you have to have courage and joy. That's the unbalanced emotion. And that's the balanced emotion. Bipolar. Oh, do I know this for sure? The bipolar disorder, manic depression, the anger, the hurt, the pain, the isolation, You shut yourself out because you don't want to deal with the noise. You may also pick up other addictions like alcohol and smoking and sexual behavior, all those things, because you want to just block off the stuff that you're feeling inside. Now, believe it or not, you're not the only one. Your family, culture, it's not the only one. It happens in all cultures. And it is sort of triggered off, or maybe the result of very complex, rigid, social, cultural, religious, yeah, and you know, social economic factors. I say this because at the end of the day, I know in growing up, there's many people who committed suicide because they were in love with someone else, but they were forced to marry someone else. We call it tabanka. And some of the warning signs, the warning signs, the warning signs, the warning signs I mentioned. Severe sadness, the way they dress, moodiness, yelling, screaming. They have you around, wrapped around your finger, because you as a parent don't know. You as a sibling don't know what to do. You're hoping that if you say something, it would not trigger off a big argument and a fight, and they can go and shut themselves in the room. The rage, the fluctuation in the behavior, their personality, how they change their personality from one to the other drastically. The withdrawal, the sleep problems, self-infliction, want to cut themselves, life crisis. They may have recent trauma. They may be a victim of rape. They may be a victim of sexual abuse when they were a child. These are all elephants. These are all triggers. I'm going to quickly tell you something. There was a young girl, beautiful girl, very close to my kids. They were doing things together, and they were younger than 21 at the time. And I didn't see this coming. No one saw this coming. They always had a lot of people in and out their house because they were doing their business. And then one of the guys there was like a brother to them, because everybody, they were doing, sharing with other young people how to build a business and so forth. Always smiled. She was bright as the day. And she committed suicide in a closet, hanging herself. Didn't see that one coming. My kids were devastated because the oldest one was very close to her. The second one was close to the family and looked up to her in the family. And it's because there were family issues and so forth. She was younger than 21. Beautiful girl. And may her soul rest in peace. So I'm saying to you, don't let you become a statistic. Don't let someone you know or love become a statistic. Don't let someone you know and didn't say something to them to become a statistic. They will not listen to anyone, but I guarantee you, if someone takes the time to sit down and talk to them, who is outside of their space, I guarantee you they'll talk. So I just wanted to address this because in this, what's going on, this craziness of a world, it's happening more and more. We're losing more family members. Some people cannot handle it, don't know how to deal with it, where to go, where to turn. And there's more in regards to this. There's a lot of peer pressure, bullying. That's a whole nother conversation for another day. And we got to address this. So I would say to you, be the hero here. Step up. Do your part. You don't want to wear the hero's hat, but you understand what I'm saying. Step out there. And if you can help someone, do it tomorrow. Don't wait until another day. Because you never know when you wake up in the morning, the phone call, the message, or the text you may receive. So, on that note, this is Deanne saying, until next time, and today's wisdom, be safe, love yourself, protect yourself, speak, talk, listen, open your eyes for someone else. Take care.